started surfing in 1971, so 50 years, mostly in the local area, but traveled around a little bit. Surfing's a blast. You don't have to be good to have fun. You know, catching waves is just a good time, so keeps you coming back for more. So I opened Fluid Surf Shop in 1999. We are the only surf shop left in the area in Fort Walton anyway, so there's not any other surf shops standing. There's been a lot, have come and gone over the years, but yeah, we're the only ones left. You know, last man standing. Mom and pops to the end. What draws me to surfing? You know, the fun factor is definitely there. You know, being outside in nature, you got salt air, you got blue skies, you've got clear water, good friends in the water too, that's always a plus. It's a good crew of people. There's a lot of characters in surfing and they all come from different walks of life and they have different careers, and there's a lot of young people and then there's a lot of old guys like me that surf and everybody in between. There's a lot more girls surf now, so it's a pretty mixed group and a lot of, you know, interesting characters really, so that's always fun. You can surf in the local area. Nobody thinks we have waves, and I like to say we have the gnarliest 2-foot wave in the world, but in the summer, when most people come to visit, it's pretty flat, so the surf is as small as it could possibly be. But in the fall and winter and spring, it's a lot better and a lot bigger, but more people come visit in the summertime and they don't see much surf. So the Gulf Coast has a bunch of different kind of waves, believe it or not. So it can go from knee-high or smaller, big as the ceiling kind of thing. The wind plays a big factor here. So if the wind is on shore, it's kind of crumbly and dumpy and maybe not as good, but we get these north winds or northeast, northwest winds, and it'll clean it up. It'll be crystal clear, be nice and groomed, and kind of look like what you see in California and that. So my favorite surf spot, which I pretty much check every day, is Okaloosa Island Pier. Currently behind the Gulfarium breaks really good. That could change tomorrow, but right now that's a really good, consistent spot when the waves are small. Some of my favorite spots in Destin to surf, Pompano Joe's has got a really good wave on the right day. It's breaking on that middle sandbar and breaks for a long ways. And the water's always crystal clear and whatnot out there, so it's a nice spot to go to. If the swell is pushing that way, you can go to like Blue Mountain area and catch some waves there, and it'll be maybe a foot bigger than even Destin there. So you can chase the swell a little bit and try to find the optimum conditions, which is, if you got time, that's what you want to do. When you're selecting your first surfboard, there's a couple of factors that come into play, and one of them is how much experience you have. So my rule of thumb is to pick a board 1 to 2 feet over your head. 1 to 2 foot over your head is plenty of foam. When you go a little bigger like that, you get a lot of width and thickness in your board, which makes it a lot easier to catch waves. And honestly, that's the hardest part. After you get into it and you've been surfing a year or two and you're going to be the next Kelly Slater and you want to get good, you can scale down in your boards and get something smaller and a little more radical that'll turn better and all that. But you don't want to start on that because you'll just get frustrated. So start bigger. Bigger is better. Foam is your friend, and that's what I would recommend. Now, if you're an older person, 9 foot or bigger is the thing. If you're a real big person, just get a big board, lots of foam. More foam, the merrier.
That was perfect.
Is that good?
That was perfect.
Okay.
This is your Friday morning Fluid Surf Shop Surf Report. Surf today is running kind of small still, surprisingly, but I think it's going to pick up throughout the day. It's about need to die hard right now. And nobody died.